This is the story about the old town and mines of Hecla, Montana. This old town is about 50-odd miles south and a bit west of Butte. This is a pretty short story, but I hope you will still enjoy. It was back in the 1870s when prospector James Bryant found traces of mineralized veins. This area became known as the Bryant District, and soon other prospectors were poking around and staking claims. In 1872 and 1873, they uncovered lodes rich in silver, lead, and zinc around the Trapper Creek drainage. The first camp, called Trapper City, sprang to life soon after, complete with saloons, a hotel, and a butcher shop. A post office opened in 1874, and for a few short years, the sound of picks and shovels echoed through the timbered canyon. But Trapper City's glory was brief. The richest ore lay higher up the gulch, and by the late 1870s the miners moved uphill to new settlements, Lion City and Hecla. These camps became the backbone of the Hecla Consolidated Mining Company, formed by Noah Armstrong and a group of ambitious investors. They developed the Trapper, Cleve Avon, Ariadne, Atlantis, and True Fisher mines, names that once carried the weight of fortune. By the 1880s, Hecla was a thriving company town with hundreds of miners, a school for 200 children, and a tramway that connected the mines to the smelter below in Glendale. The smelter processed tens of thousands of tons of ore containing silver along with large amounts of lead and copper. Yet what truly set Hecla apart were the charcoal furnaces, the great beehive-shaped kilns that fueled the smelter's fires. Built of hand-cut limestone in the canyon below Glendale, each stood nearly 30 feet tall, shaped like a giant hive with arched openings at the base. In the 1870s and 80s, over 20 of these kilns smoked day and night, converting timber from the surrounding mountains into the charcoal that fed the smelter's blast furnaces. To make that fuel, hundreds of cords of pine were cut from the nearby hillsides. The woodcutters, many of them immigrant laborers, stacked the logs inside each kiln, sealed the entrance, and let the wood smolder for 10 days in a low-oxygen burn. Each kiln produced nearly 2,000 bushels of charcoal per batch. It was dirty, dangerous work, but the furnaces were vital. Without them, the silver veins of Hecla would have remained locked inside the mountain. By 1900, the forests were stripped bare, the smelter's fires went cold, and the mines began to play out. Both the Hecla and Glendale post offices closed that same year, signaling the end of an era. But the story didn't end entirely there. In 1913, the Penobscot Mining Company returned to the district, reopening several of the old workings and briefly reviving the Hecla post office. During this short-lived resurgence, a new 20-stamp mill was built at the Lion City town site, pounding ore once again into glittering dust. However, the revival didn't last. By 1914, the mines fell silent for good, and the canyon settled into quiet once more. Today, the stone charcoal kilns of Glendale still stand, weathered but enduring, a reminder of the sweat, smoke, and stubborn determination that built Hecla. During the years of active mining, the district produced approximately 660,000 tons of ore, yielding around 18,000 ounces of gold, 13.5 million ounces of silver, a little over 8 million pounds of copper, 112 million pounds of lead, and almost 4 million pounds of zinc, which in the end was almost $20 million, a fortune by any standard of the Old West. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed this story of the Hecla mines. Be sure to give it a like, and if you enjoy old Montana stories, you just might like this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next story.